V'hinei haluchos hayu gam ken shel sapir. Now the luchos were also made out of sapir stone. V'chein Yisachar haya al even sapir. So too on the Kohen's breastplate, Yisachar was on the sapir stone, lefi shahayu gedolim b'Torah, because they were great in Torah. Shneamar u'mi b'nei Yisachar yodei bina li'itim, like it says that from the sons of Yisachar they were knowers of understanding and to the times. Parshas Tetzaveh daf kuf yud aleph amud aleph. L'chein kemo kin mashin is bar b'chinas halavana. So too, this that was purified or they clarified the concept of the moon. Hayakamais livnas hasapir was like the likeness of the sapphire brick. Because Yisachar that calculated the new moon was compared to sapphire, so that brightness of the moon is like the brick in comparison to the sun, I guess, which is more like the stone, like the Evan Hataloi of Avram Avinu that's Taloi in the sun. Ubegamara dechulin daf sof dechulin sof perek vav daf peitas amud aleph mevor de tcheles shebetzitzis hu ke'ein mare sapir. So it's explained that the tchelis of the tzitzis is its color is in the likeness of the sapphire, and sham, which most sapphires are blue. Be'inyan tchelis domeliyam chulu, there that it talks about how the tchelis is compared to the sea. But tchelis shoshu mikvoros ta'aba, and tchelis is root in the strictnesses of Abba. Ulechein kasav b'chayesh utzeva shel anava, and therefore it's the B'chaye writes that it's a color of humility. Ki chachmu bitul, because wisdom of chachma is nullification. Lufize livnas hasapir inu lashon loven. If so, the livnas hasapir is not the livnas is not a language of whiteness. The hatzivot chelis, because we're talking about something blue. Lashon levena, rather a language of a brick. Shelevena nisbarira, that the brick has been clarified. Lios kemo sapir, to be like the sapphire stone. Ugamkin inyan sevat chelis da'achil v'shatzi. It's also the color of tchelis that eats and destroys, shemechales hayesh legamre, that completely destroys the state of existence, lios bebechinos bittul, to be in a state of nullification, like the Yerushalayim you get from the sea, that's domeh lekisia covered and so forth. However, the concept of clarifying, whitening the halacha is like whitening the dark, something dark. V'zeu inyan itim levanon kala, and that's like the concept of come with me from Lebanon, my bride, from the clarifying and purifying and whitening of the Torah. V'amar Razal barabos b'shalach parsha chav gimel perish mitit levanim lekachticha. And it says Midrash Rabbah b'shalach that I took you from mud and bricks, v'asiticha kala, and I made you into a bride. V'inyan itim levanon. So there we see itim levanon. It does describe the concept of levanon as levanim. I know. So the v'inyan itim levanon perek beis hainu. Oh, Pambay is the fact that it says itim levanon kala, itim levanon tavo. It says it a second time. Mainu mina malchus, shenikra levanon chulu. That's from Malchus. That's called Lebanon. Ein Sham, look over there. or meaning maybe it means from the other Malchuyos, from the other exiles. So that Itim Levanon is from the Levanim, and Itim Levanon the second time is from Malchuyos, is from the kingship of the exile, those who rule over us. Ein Shem, look over there. Vainu Kanal Shalai De Bir Levanim, that is through the purifying the bricks. Shinis Bararu V'Nis Dachachu Mebrinas Levanim De Migdal, that were purified and clarified from the concept of the bricks of the Tower of Bavel, through the Gilgul of those Neshamos. Zainis Barar Halavena, then the brick was clarified, or the moon was purified, Lihios Bechinas Kemase Livnasa Sapir, to be like the concept of the that sapphire brick, Shazewinyan Kala, which is the concept of the bride. Kiv Livnasa Sapir Winyan Malchus, because the sapphire brick is the concept of Malchus, V'Yisod, Livnas. So the Rebbe says on the bottom, Hu Inyan Malchus V'Yisod, Repar the Sharei Chalos Perek Aleph, Yitzchaim Shar Kisya covered Perek Gimel. He doesn't explain which one is Yisod, which one is Malchus. Hainu Hayichud V'Hashpa Mesoviv Lememale, that is to say, so Livnas HaSapir is the union and the flow from Soviv to Memale. Livnas HaSapir is both of them together. Kafal Od Levanon, and the second time it says Levanon Hainu Al Derech Ki Yitnu Bagoyim Ata Kabtseim, is like the verse, even if you're given into the nations, I will now gather you. Shalidei B'chomer U'B'Levanim B'chomer Dakal V'chomer, that through the mortar and the bricks, with the mortar is the concept that the chomer is the kal v'chomer in study of Torah, v'leveinim dalibun hilchasa, and the bricks is the purifying the halacha, v'chol avoda basada the brisa, and in all the work in the field, that's the brisa. Al yedei zeh akabetzeim, through this I will gather you in. And that's through this you'll have the revelation of the inner concept of Torah in the time to come. And that is to say also the concept of the Lebanon, because Lebanon is made out of Lev and Nun. That's Lamed Beis, and Nun are the 50 gates of wisdom. You have the Lamed Beis Nesivos Chachma, V'Nun Sharei Bina, and the 50 gates of Bina. That's Torah. Torah Niglis Lanu Nimshach Mebechinas Novlos Chachma Shel Maila, and the Torah that's revealed to us comes from the leftovers of wisdom above. Aval Asilavo Shi Yagilei Pnimis Torah. But in the time to come, when you'll have the revelation of the inner concept of Torah, Hainu Pnimis Chachma Ilah, that is the inner supernal wisdom, V'Shar Hanun de Bina, and the 50th gate of Bina, Shelo Nimsa LeMoshe Rabbeinu Alav Shalom, that was not given over to Moshe. Al Derech Zenemar Areinu Neflos, and similarly on this it says, I will show you wonders, Nun Plos, 50 wonders. That makes the word Neflos. Bechinas Shar Hanun, that's the 50th gate. Shunasiv Lo Yido Ayed, which is also in terms of the Lamed Beis Nesivos, that path that was not known to the hawk, Chulu. So there's that concept in the Lamed Beis Nesivos as well. Lasid Lavo L'chein Emar Beis Pamim Levanon Neged Bechinas Oreses Sasim V'Galia. Therefore it says Levanon twice, because the clarifying the Torah is in two levels, the hidden and the revealed. Now the concept of the Even Sapir being blue, so according to Rambam and Moreh Nevuchim, it's a clear stone that doesn't have a color. And in other places the Yam is specifically the Yam at nighttime, which is black, which if you say that that the sky and like the Rambam says in Mishnah Torah, that the sky really doesn't have a color, but it's really only looks at color because of the clarity of the heavens and so forth. Specifically, the concept of the black that we see is because we can't grasp the color of the firmament. So it could also be the sapphire stone is this concept as well. Ketzer haluchos hayu shel sanpirin. And we could say also the concept of the sea is like the blackness of the sea, not a blue sea. Ketzer haluchos hayu shel sanpirin. Now the luchos were made out of the sanpirin stone, Yisachar al sapir, and Yisachar was on the sapir, tcheles, and that's the color of tcheles, bidul hayesh, the state of nullification of the existence. Zo itim levanon mitito levanim, and that's come with me from Levanon, from the bricks and the mud or the mortar. Libun hilchasa, clarifying the halacha. The Rebbe says on the bottom, these letters seem to be extra in the Kitzer. So the bride becomes like the sapphire brick. And the fact that it says it twice, come with me from Levanon, and we talked about the Chomer is the Kal v'Chomer, and the Levanim are the clarifying the halacha, Kitnu Bagoim, and even if you're placed among the nations, we talked about how the study of Torah brings you in and brings you the Pnimis Torah. In the time to come.